Hello, hello, hello. My name is Cassandra. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Coming to you today to uh, talk about exactly what the title of the video is. Are you running from your purpose? I have pulled some cards. We'll get into those later. They definitely do tie into the message and what I kind of wanted to convey. Yeah, so I had been in the corporate industry for about 22 years, off and on. However, I did have a spiritual awakening back in 2011. Started getting into cards and energy healing, and my heart was really being called to use my talents in that way. However, I do have two kids, single mom, so um, I needed to depend on, or I depended on a source of income, and that kind of tripped me up. And Spirit kept on putting on my heart, to get out there, share my gifts, my talents with people. And I would start and stop and start and stop and started working. I left corporate for a while, started working another job. And I mean, it was always on my heart, but I never really did anything about it. Honestly, I really don't think I was in the place to at that particular point in time. But I, at that particular point in time, I'm sorry, that was my son. Um, so, excuse me. So, I recently started working a job back in September, kind of trying to, put food on the table, basically, and um, started working this job. Thought it was going to be, a great stepping stone on a totally new path from what I had done. And it was the same stuff. And just recently, after this last full moon, I think it was the Virgo full moon, Spirit really brought it to my attention to, that working underneath someone is not for you. It's time for you to put your gifts and talents for use for the divine, in order to help people, because where I was at wasn't doing it. So, anyway, long story short, I had been procrastinating and procrastinating, and the universe kept on pushing it. The issue to me through just things that I would see, if I decided to listen to a reading, so on and so forth. And it was always that I needed to start, I needed to start, I needed to start, I need to share. So here I am. So, if any of you guys have been struggling with that, you're definitely not alone. It's been a long time coming for me, but I really think that we're at the precipice, like just as a collective energy, that it's time for us to completely disconnect from that matrix, if you will, a type of lifestyle, and get out there and help others, because things are changing day by day. The world has basically been turned upside down with the pandemic. And no, I didn't slip up when I just said that, but yeah. So it's really time for us to get out there, help people. People are going through a lot. People are suffering. So if you've been procrastinating on, getting out there and sharing your message, then I would really, really, really suggest that, you get on it, because your voice is needed. Whatever it may be, making jewelry, comedy, reading cards, energy healing, whatever God has put on your heart, or Spirit has put on your heart to get out there and do, it's time to do it. Um, and the flip side of not doing any of these things is, um, whatever gifts and talents that God may have given you, unfortunately they can be taken away. And that is something that kind of really hit home. I had a session, um, to try and clear up some blocks that I had within me. And, the universe or the angels came through and said that, you know, in my procrastination, in my fear, in my being an asshole, because that's exactly what I was just doing. In me not doing that, I was actually disrespecting them because I came here to do something and they said that I'm going to do it and I'm going to do it. And if I don't do it, which is my free will, then I can end up staying in that stuck place, trying to placate myself with, food, whatever, to fill that void, that part of me that is expressing, that wants to express itself. So, if any of you guys are struggling with that, it's only going to get worse if you try and suppress it. It's really time to move forward. And I did pull some cards, kind of meditated over them, and I just wanted to share a quick message with you guys, just so that you can get some clarity from the Ascended Masters, and basically how it ties into what I was saying. So, and then after that, we'll do, I'll read you the channel message that I received. I didn't want to make this video too long, so I'm just going to quickly go over the cards. So, first off, we have right and priorities. So, right is with top, and then we have priorities. So you may be in the energy, and you see this huge full moon in the back. You could have set some intentions in regards to your priorities, but I really feel like this full moon was very pivotal for a lot of people, especially myself. Writing down your priorities is going to be something that's beneficial. Once you put that pen to that paper, that can start the manifestation process, whatever you're trying to go for, in motion. But most of all, it's really about figuring out what in your life is a priority, what is not. Everything is, or lots of things out there are distractions, but it's very, very important for the priorities to be in place. So all of this is in the past position, and then moving to the current position, we have a flow of prosperity, and we have a positive change. And flow of prosperity is with Lakshmi. Positive change is with Parvati. And I think right now, this at the current moment is speaking of, whatever priorities that you have set for yourself. Either you've written them down, I don't know if you're like me, but I'm in my head a lot. So they're all like stored up in there. But, actually prioritizing whatever, is going to bring you towards what you came here to do is what needs to be focused on. Once you let go of all of that stuff in the past, and you really figure out what your priorities are and how that's going to get you to where you need to be, there's going to be a positive change. I know that I've been through hell, and that full moon was it was hell, but it did bring in a positive change. So in the present, we have mother, wife, sister, daughter, and that's with Lady Nada. And then we have stay focused with Katumi. So I know most people that watch tarot are most likely women. So mother, wife, sister, daughter could speak about juggling multiple responsibilities, especially if you are a woman. But the key here is to definitely stay focused. So, getting up early, staying up late. Like if you have kids, prioritizing what is important to you and what is going to bring fulfillment in your life, bring in more of that. And then also, sorry, I just got a message. So yeah, and hold on. Okay, we need to basically look at what our priorities are, delegate if you are able to lighten your load in some way, shape, or form, but you really need to look at what it is in your life that is taking up time, that is taking up space, and is not returning anything to you. With that being said, the other thing that they wanted to bring emphasis on is to not think of everything in the long haul, break off things in little chunks. If you can do 5 or 10 minutes here of planning for your website or setting up your channel, and, maybe another 10 or 20 minutes here. I mean, all of that is going to add up. You don't have to think of everything, building Rome in one day. It's not going to happen. But little focused chunks will send the vibrations to the universe that you're ready for whatever you're asking for. And it will help it to manifest. But sitting around, staying in our head, just thinking about it, ruminating, fantasizing, it's not going to get you where you want to go. Believe you me, I've tried. Okay. So, basically, it's really about prioritizing what is important in your life, what positive energy is important to your life, because we're at a really crucial time now within the energy that is going on this planet. Things are being shown to people that are quite, I don't know, I don't want to say not dividing, but the veil is lifting. So you can see clearly, an asshole could have been, dressed in sheep's clothing a year ago and you wouldn't have known, but the veils are lifting. Consciousness is raising. So it's like you can't vibe in what you used to vibe in anymore. Your soul's not going to be able to take that. You're ascending. There are people that are not. You cannot be, associated with that. So it is a time of positive change. With those positive changes, letting go of those people, places, and situations that no longer serve you, you can, and, your commitment to staying focused can take you to where you want to go. But what are you going to do with it? It's not a time of thinking anymore. It's not a time of, ruminating and planning. It's a time of doing. And, I'm not just speaking to you, I'm speaking to me, because this is something that I struggled with and I had anxiety about for I don't know how long. So anyway, I do want to give you a channel message that I had on 3-3. And I don't know if with numerology, 33 usually means Ascended Masters, and I did pull from the Ascended Masters deck. So this was their message to us. It says, shamanic light being to infuse earth as it should be, evolving human consciousness into ethereal light being status. Now amongst the heavens here on earth, we stand together as one in unity. Work on earth as a light being. Fulfill your promise. Walk to the light. Do not fear. Prosperity is upon you. Emerge. Love. Walk in truth. Behold the light. Hold the light. Work the light. Be brave. Walk forward, soldier. Enter. And then I also have walk in truth, walk in light, and unwavering focus. So I don't know if you can hear that, but that's a siren in the background. So that usually means it's confirmation from the universe. So I really do hope this message helps somebody. Remember, I'm not preaching at anyone. This is something that I really had a huge struggle with. And it really came down to it. Like, am I going to live my life working for someone else, companies, person, whatever, and not feel fulfilled, or am I going to go after what I want and, help this world in some way? And it's not about what I want. It's really about what the divine wants, because I believe the divine placed that want in me to help people. So, that's what I was called to do. So anyway, I really do, once again, hope that this helps someone out there. Please leave me a comment, like, share, subscribe if you will. And I will see you guys on the next video. All right, bye.